nation's news in 5 minutes or less. I'll tell you everything you need to know about the important topics going on right now in the United States. You're listening to What's Happening with Katie Q, and today it's all about state abortion legislation. It all begins in 1973 with the court case Roe v. Wade, where the Supreme Court legalized abortions within the entire country. Now, changes to this law happened in 1992, when Planned Parenthood v. Casey showed the court's decision to allow states to regulate the access of abortion based on fetal viability. This law does have a contingency that any legislation passed by the state cannot be an undue burden on the woman. Fast forward to this year, where 1 in 4 women have an abortion by age 45, and states have become active in the passing of laws. On one side, New York has decided in protecting abortions after creating legislation that keeps abortions legal if Roe v. Wade is overturned in the future. However, many states are choosing to make stricter laws as they are against the Roe v. Wade decision. This includes Ohio, which bans abortions once a heartbeat is detected unless the woman's life is at risk. For a timeline reference, a fetal heartbeat can be detected around 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Following suit, Louisiana passed legislation on May 30th that bans all abortions after a heartbeat is detected, with no exceptions for rape or incest. This heartbeat bill, as it has been named, is also in Kentucky, Georgia, and Mississippi. While the Mississippi and Louisiana heartbeat bill have been passed, neither will go into effect unless the United States Court of Appeals takes away the previous decision made by Judge Carlton Reeves. Judge Reeves actually overturned the original Mississippi legislation, claiming it violated the Supreme Court's ruling on Roe v. Wade. For transparency's sake, Judge Carlton Reeves worked under the Obama administration and has overturned laws in the past that would be considered right-winged Mississippi legislation. Moving on, Alabama enacted legislation that criminalizes any and all abortions at any period of time in a woman's pregnancy unless it can stop a dangerous health risk to the mother. Lastly, Missouri signed a bill that bans abortions after 8 weeks into a pregnancy. Missouri is also on track to becoming the first state without a single abortion clinic, as the state plans on not renewing Planned Parenthood's license. Currently, the state claims that Planned Parenthood is not in compliance with the law. However, Judge Michael Stelzer has declared an extension to their license. This is through a temporary restraining order against the state of Missouri, which prevents them from revoking Planned Parenthood's health services. Court hearings have begun between Planned Parenthood and Missouri to determine the next step around the clinic. Now that you know what's happening, here's what everyone has to say about it. Backlash has ensued from multiple organizations deemed pro-choice, with Planned Parenthood being the front-runner. Planned Parenthood is a major group throughout the United States that conducts abortions and several other health services. On the other hand, many organizations have spoken in support of these restrictive laws. This includes the National Right to Life, a large pro-life institution who fights to end abortions altogether. Citizens have also taken matters into their own hands through civil protests, such as the March for Life, which is an annual rally in Washington, D.C. that shows their opposition toward abortions. Those who support the legality of abortions can be seen marching as well, particularly in Republican states where access to abortion facilities are scarce. Updates on this story will follow as other states will continue passing of laws around abortion as the year continues. That was your rundown on the U.S.'s news, and this has been What's Happening with Katie Q.